Hey guys, I know it's been quite some time since we last saw each other. Life has been kind of hectic for me. I was trying to spend time with my girlfriend, working all the time. I really don't get a lot of time to sit down and film. And with everything that has been going on in my personal life, I figured today was the best time. It is Tuesday, March 19th, 2024. I'm filming this on the floor of my build space, over there. I'm going to... This is basically a where are we up to type of film, video, when it comes to the Enterprise. So in the last video of the Enterprise that you saw, it was all the clips that I had filmed before I hit a snag. And the snag that I'll show you came with this piece, the neck. I'll show you it all lit up. It's got the flashing lights and the whole 9 yards. And it turns on and off via that little switch there. And the problem was, when I first put in the switch on the piece, I accidentally drove a screw through the wire. And so, let me flip this around. So what I did was, I had accidentally driven a screw right where this cover is here. It was either this one or it was this one. I drove a screw through the wire, severing the connection from the switch. I'll see that again. And I had to reach out to, it was Eagle Moss at the time, because they were still in business, for the replacement. And when it came, I was so out of it that I decided not to film it. I was so pissed off after everything that had gone on, I decided not to film it. And I didn't film anything after the last stage you saw in the video. So, what I'm doing today is at least getting a somewhat start on restarting this, because I have a fair number of parts and magazines. I have 51 through... I have parts 51 through 74. Magazines 12 through 19. I think I'm finishing 12, if I remember. Yeah, I have a few things I still need to do in 12. So 13 through 19 is what I have. And I've got the parts all laid out here, and I'm going to just show you where we are in terms of the build, so that when I do start building again, probably next week's time, we'll do a magazine at a time like I did. We'll finish 12, and then 13, 14, and so on and so forth. Because I have all the parts from the last few stages. So this is 51 through 58 here. This stack is over here is 59 to 64. and this is 65 to 74. I was trying to organize them so that I have some sort of order. Yes, I will still be using the Mike Lane Mods lifeboat hatches. I still have a bunch on a sticker sheet over there. There's all the magazines and everything you get. I have already showed you the completed neck section. I always think there's something loose, but it's actually just the hook things, because I have to store this upside down. Here's one of the engines so far. It has lights. It does light up. I'm not going to do any sort of modification to it. I'm just going to leave it as is. We haven't seen this since Pack 1. This is the dish that'll be installed within these 7 stages or so. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 bits of paneling that need to go on the main unit, which, if I can grab it, is right here. This is everything. Everything's hooked up without those 4. So far, I have tested it on my own. Everything still works when it comes to that stuff. So we are not messed up here. Obviously, still have the full bridge. Again, no modification done to it. I'm just going to leave it stock because I've seen so many mess ups with that. And when we get to stage 53, I removed the back piece. This is going to go across the top of the back, and I did that for a singular purpose. It's hard to tell, but there's a piece that fits in this section right here, where my finger's behind. That is the Arboretum, and in the show, the lights are always blue. So I'm taking a page out of Todd McMillan, I believe is the name. He's on Facebook. I just used ultraviolet resin and some clear blue paint, and I made something my own. Obviously, it's not perfect. It will never be, because I screwed up the original design of the piece. It came with a separate piece, and I messed that up, so I had to go with the other option, but I think it turned out okay. And that's actually where we are when it comes to all of the Enterprise pieces. It's been... I know I'm going it in and out and all that stuff, but it's hard to do this while you're hand-holding a camera. But that's where it is. It's huge. And all the wires are plugged in. There's going to be a third... From what I've seen, there's a third circuit board like this for the because this is only the top half of the ship itself. Everything's going to wind up getting stuck together, and this is going to look great in the end. Still have a gap on this side. It's right here. There's a separation problem. I'm not about to take it apart. I'm just going to leave it as is, probably tighten it down a little further. But, yeah, that's where we are in terms of the Enterprise. I'm going to get this all organized. We'll start at the end of stage... We'll start next week. Next week being... Oh, geez, I can't remember the date, but we'll start next week with the finishing of stage 12. We'll go through stage 12, or booklet 12. I'll show you everything that needs to go into that. We'll hook up all the pieces, see if I can get the battery box to work, but because it's currently kind of broken, but it works when it needs to. But yeah, I figured this would be the best way of getting us back into the swing of things when it comes to the Enterprise. And like I said, we will pick up next week with Stage 12. So, until next time, stay frosty.